glory of the moment, Ab.Hakeem, Mutiu, Adijumo, Ajeshaku presenting. Our today's captioned matter precipitate on X-raying the personality of our special guest, in person of Alhaji Engineer Ab.Lateef Opeyemi Ab.Hakeem, popularly known as HAKLAT. This is the second episode of X-raying this personality. Can you briefly introduce yourself to the general house?
My name is Ab.Lateef Hakeem, popularly known as HAKLAT. I will start from where I stopped last week, from the chief imam of Ofa, Dr. Sheikh Muhyiddin Hussein Salman. When I bought this car, Academy, we were bringing the car from Ofa to Kaduna because he has no custom paper. I use his influence. Before we could get to Lokoja, we left of around 2 to 3 after Jumat service. As his usual routine, he does not leave Ofa to any sermon until after Jumat service. We left of around 3 p.m. Before we could get to Ekiti, around Ekiti, because of the terrible road we have in the country. I have a punctured tire 3 eyes. He saw the way I was not happy about the car. He asked one of his driver to drive my own car, which is a newly bought Academy. Then I moved into his own Jeep and his driver was driving my own car. We couldn't get to Lokoja till past 12 tonight. In fact, that was the shocking thing I've seen about him. His simplicity is second to none.
So he's sociable.
He's sociable.
And it's very simple.
Very simple.
Very accommodative.
It's extremely accommodative.
That means he's one of our erudite scholars.
Yeah. When we got to Lokoja, he was trying to preach to me. That is one of those challenges you're going to see in life. So we had to sleep on the main road. I must be sincere. Because he saw I've spent a lot on the road. So with his influence, I was able to take the car to Kaduna without any hindrance. When I got to Kaduna, being my kind of person, I always want a kind of, if not 100%, it should be 99 because nobody is perfect.
It's perfect.
When I got to Kaduna, I disposed that car almost immediately.
Oh.
I called in a car dealer to check how much he's going to get that car for me and bring the standard of what I wanted. I called the man in the name of Alhaji Musbao, now Islander Motors. That was my first meeting with him. He saw the car. I told him the amount I bought it. I gave him the receipts. He said he's going to bring another car for me at the standard of which I want. And he charged me 1.350 as at then.
Oh, far expensive than that of the one you bought.
1,350,000. I bought that car. I paid him. I said, well, you can bring it for me. As far as it's going to meet what I want, the standard of the car. He brought that car for me. I have a brother which I will live to appreciate throughout my lifetime. When I bought that car, it was part and parcel of the discussion. He laughed and he said, Hakeem, this car was too much for you to use.
As at that very
material time. The car he was using then was Carina 2, which was the popular car for the mid-class people. So he couldn't enter the car. He just congratulated me. A week after, that is where the appreciation is coming now. A week after, he called me that can he get a sum of 300,000 that he wants to use it. I gave him the 300,000. The second week, he told me, can I still give him another 300,000 borrow? I told him, bros, the one I've given you,
you have not paid me back.
So how will I give you another one? He said, you know, if I want to give you more than that, I can now. But I need it for something. He collected another 300,000, which is making 600,000.
600.
After the sum of 600,000, the third day he called me. Where was I? I said, I'm at the workplace. He said, when coming, you should come with 20,000. I want us to get somewhere. I put the 20,000 at the back of my pocket. He took me on his bike. He's used to bike. He loves riding bike. He said it's faster. He just drove me from Kakuri, then to Agua. When we got to Agua, he said, "This, where do you choose, here or here?" I said, "I don't understand. Where or where?" He said, "That 600,000 I collected from you, I use it to acquire this plot of land."
So for your erection of building?
For erection of my building. It's either you choose this side or you choose this side. That's the choice I cannot make for you now. So, where do you want out of the two? I said, bros, you know better. Choose anywhere for me. That 600,000, he used it to acquire 3 plots of land for me then.
How nice.
And the 20,000 he asked me to hold was to give to the agents.
Oh, for the agency.
See, I gave them that day. I couldn't sleep. Because of the fear, they used to tell us, to get a land is this, is that. And I was relatively young. I was just barely 26, 27 then. When he bought that land, I said, wow. Wow. So is this easy to acquire a land? The following day, I bought a bag of rice. A kind of showing an appreciation to him. It took me almost the whole day to beg him to accept this.
Oh, he didn't want to accept it.
He didn't want to accept it. There's a word he used that day. He said, whatever I do to you, I do it for myself. Either good or bad.
Because of the law of sowing and reaping.
That if you had something to do with money, you won't be driving a car of 1,350,000.
At that very much.
As at that time.
You would commit it to something
else. So, that was how I acquired my first plot of land.
Emotion law rave of the moment. For those who are just joining us, today's caption matter lies on Extreme, a personality of importance, in person of Al-Hajj engineer Ab.Lateef, Hakeem, also known as HAKLAT. We will be wrapping up on this particular episode. Please do join us next week in continuation of Extreme, the aforesaid personality. For advertisement, advice and sponsorship, please call us on 08065 980 566. May we live to meet next week for our next episode. Our teachers.